Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for Inventors Roundtable East. And we are having an open discussion tonight on what's going on and some of the other things that we've learned over the last couple of months and what is coming up. So it's really good to see everybody. I'm Roy. I am glad that you decided to take, that next step and get it out there. I know that one of our other inventors who had gone to the ASE Market Week is going to ASI, going to that same one. And they've got a product that is called the Ultimate Coaster, and it's for printing on stuff. The other group that has been looking at some of our stuff for printing logos is also with the NFL. And so I've sent him your stuff there. His partner has been hospitalized extensively the last couple of months, but he's taking a look at all the things that can be printed on. Oh, Jesse, there you are. That's the picture we know and love.
Well, that's weird because I went off to look up ASI here and listen to you in the background, and it popped up, huh? Wow.
There you go. So
let me come back. Let me come back and see if I disappear. Do I disappear now?
Yep, you disappeared, honey. You sure did.
Well, that's weird because see, I went I was going to look up ASI on Google because I'm not familiar with it, and then my image showed up. That's I don't know.
I don't either. So, Mike, how are you?
Hello, hi. Very good.
And that is your new inventor?
Hi. Oh. Yes, sorry. I couldn't
You got
hear
a cute new assistant there.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Yes, I have a 1-year-old son named Aaron, and he is joining us. He actually likes to sometimes eat and test various Lego products.
All right then. Sarah, it's nice to see you. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to see everybody, and nice to see you, Rita.
I'm so sorry that I was not able to be on.
Don't even worry about it.
Oh my God.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm sure you were worried, but it was just fine.
It was crazy. I tried 5 different places to get a signal, but in West Virginia, it's not always an option. Even though I could make a phone call, I could not get a strong enough signal to time my computer in. So we'll not do that again. We did do radio today. It went very well. We were grabbing, and I want to do video with you to make up for that. So I've got everybody lined up for next week. And then Roy will get you on and do some video as well so you can show your products. We have got a new YouTube TV station. And so as we are doing videos with radio, we're grabbing those, but then we're doing some individual ones and getting them, especially, the products that we're trying to get out there and let everybody know what's going on. So we want to get you done, Roy, before you go to that show so we can get it posted. All right. And that way, then we can do that. So some of the things that we've had some really good speakers over the last couple of months. We've also got a station on YouTube now for Inventors Roundtable. So all of the last ones have been were posted today. So any of those conversations that you might want to go back and hear, like the tax credit, the one that we did last month was the Brandon Kohler. You know him. Several of you know Brandon, where he did the lesson on LinkedIn, and it was really, really good. So he gave me my private lesson this morning. And when I asked him about, why do you do it that way? And he explained it to me, but he does explain it very well and pulls up slides and everything. So we'll be getting that one out there. We will have one of the gentlemen we just had on was John Thompson from Fruition Labs. He works with inventors in a very unique way, where he would work with, someone like you, Sarah, or you, Roy, where you were looking at doing, that beginning stages of manufacturing. And he does not charge for the prototypes. He pays for the prototypes, and then he gets paid back when you sell your first order. And when you place your first order. So, he gets, skin in the game with you, and that's a really good thing. And not everybody wants that, but some people that's their option. He doesn't really work with people who want to license unless they're at least doing a short run. One of our other inventors did 2,000 with him, and he knows that she wants to license. So, there's some wiggle room in there, but generally he's looking at people who want to manufacture. And he's looking for different options, as difference between US made and where can you currently go overseas. So they were the most recent ones. We're going to do Packwell Manufacturing again. Packwell does all of the packaging, but for Roy, where you're just going into, the point where you might be taking some orders, they warehouse free of charge if you have them do the packaging. Then they ship for you. And that, for a lot of inventors, that is a big deal. So
where are they located, Rita?
They're in Southern California.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. I've got one of my contracts is in Southern California, and I need to work with a distributor and a packaging for zeolite composites with Cutco and cat litter and stuff like that. So yeah, I would love to work with them on that.
Grandfather invented the blister pack.
Cool.
And she took over the company. She is now the CEO of
Very cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Yeah, if you don't mind connecting me with her, and I'll love to chat with her about packaging for
and
stuff.
she did one of our other inventors, Leslie Holland, with the jewelry closet. They just got done talking as well about her doing that. And Brandon is the one that introduced me to her. He knows her. So it's interesting, this kind of little circle around Leslie Holland. Just got done using the R&D tax credit people to help her get her first tax credit. And so, all of those connections that we make over the months and over the years come back to serve our inventors very, very well. So she's using Packwell, she used R&D tax credit, and she's using John with Fruition Labs to do her first round.
Wow.
So, and anyway, Jeff, how are you?
Had to hit the mute button. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, been doing a lot of traveling here lately with my part-time job, so I haven't been focused too much on my patent, waiting for tariffs to kind of die down. So,
and that's one of the other things. I'm going to be sending out an email to everyone. Watch for it, please. It will get posted in a variety of different ways that well, except for you, Mr. Canada, it's not going to matter to you, but we need you to call your congressmen. They plugged in to that big, beautiful bill that President Trump had put in there. Congressman Senator Tillis from North Carolina added a piece in there that would make any inventor who won a lawsuit for infringement have to pay taxes on 50% of what they earn if they win their case. So I don't really understand all the details. All I know is that I think the heads of some of the US inventors blew up when they saw what he had done. And so they've been sending out emergency emails. I will be grabbing that, and we're going to try to do radio on Monday with that, but I've got to talk to them tomorrow and see if that makes sense, if the timing is still right. Otherwise, we're just going to send it out through our newsletters and all of my connections and say, and they put a link in there. It says, call your congressman or contact your congressman. So they make it really, really easy to go out there and support the revolution of not wanting this as part of the tax bill. I mean, because it's hidden deep in there, but it would impact every inventor who has an infringement lawsuit and wins. If you win on an infringement, you have to pay 50% of what you win in taxes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous.
So, that's one of the things.
I think I'm aware, sorry to overspeak you, but there's some other bad things in there for inventors, and I can't remember what it is in the bill as well, not directly related to that. Sorry for me to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I know we'll get Randy or one of the ladies that work with him to, kind of give us an update, maybe a checklist that we can start getting out there. And it just makes a difference. And any of you that belong to groups and other inventors, they don't have to be an inventor to contact the congressman. All right. So if you've got, you know, a Facebook page or something, you can say, hey, we need you. And we're going to put it out over the radio as well for people to contact their congressmen's. You know, U.S. innovation can't take a hit like that.
Are
I mean,
you pro or con on USI, the U.S. Inventors Group that works in Congress?
Right.
Do you support them? Are you, do you have negative or positive feelings about their efforts?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You know, I know all of them. I've been to Capitol Hill with them to lobby, and you know Josh Malone, who got it all started. And there's some of the things that they get, in my personal feeling, they get a little bit into the weeds on. The basics of what they're trying to do, I do support them. Every once in a while they get into, I'm not a big supporter of Shark Tank. For inventors I work with, Shark Tank is TV entertainment. I have seen them blow up several inventors. And boy, once they blow you up on TV, guess what? You're out there and everybody knows what your challenges are and what might be wrong with your product. And, it's TV entertainment. So when they get a little bit too much in bed with them, I get a little bit, not so much in support of it. But basically what they're doing, I do support it because I'm too busy. I can't do that. So you can either chase that thing or not. I would rather focus on my inventors.
I think that was the sideline though, wasn't it? They were just trying to bring more inventors in, and they went to one of their conferences where they have the ones that had been on the show in the past or something, a party they have once a year or something. So
I don't know. I've had inventors over the years who've gone. I've seen inventors who played it right. I've seen inventors who've made them angry because they did play them. And then, we had a friend who had gone on. He had sold 3 businesses prior to going on to Shark Tank for multiple millions of dollars. And within 3 months, they had him bankrupt.
Yeah.
And, and what they did to him was just disgusting. I've been in the room with them when they were dissecting one of my inventors. And the one guy was just nasty. There was no need for that. He said, if you knew what you were doing, you would have put this, and this on the label. And I stepped in front of the inventor and I said, and if you turn the package over, you will see every one of those on the back. And we turned around and walked out because he was just being nasty. And, no inventor needs that.
Oh, this was like a pre-audition or something? A pre-audition to be on the show?
Yeah. It was, we were out at the National Hardware Show and they were having a mini Shark Tank, and so you paid to go in there and have this guy rip you up. It's like, don't need that. So yeah, I'm not a big supporter of that. And it's TV entertainment. They take a big chunk of you, and the number of people that get on is a fraction of the ones that pay to go out there and pay to be auditioned. And, they, rip it up and they say, oh, anybody can audition. You know what? If you have not had hundreds of $1,000s worth of sales in any given year, they tear you apart. So they're certainly not for the inventor who wants to license it. They're for the inventor who's got lots of money to dump down the black hole and, sell the product. And then if they rip it apart, guess what happens to your sales? They disappear. So yeah, I'm not big fans. It doesn't matter how expensive the suit, the shark will eat you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Roy, you were right on target, honey. When you were talking about, you were going to, the show, it was a good fit for you because they were talking about promotional items. And, that's what you look for, is going to a professional show where you can show off. And you don't go to an inventor show. Again, it's a feeding frenzy, and the inventor is, the main meal. You go and you want to be able to show your product to the potential buyers. And so good job, Roy. Hi, Andrea. How are you? There she is.
Oh, there I am. Hi, I can hear everything.
So how are you tonight?
Oh, very hot. It's very hot here. It's that heat wave. 3 days.
Yes.
So,
We actually
pair
bit
of slick.
we turned the air conditioner on today. So, and everybody stayed inside. Made
Yeah.
everybody happy. So we went, oh,
Good.
there's Brandon. Brandon, I was just going to talk about you. So I was
Hello,
gonna,
Mr. Brandon. I have to say hello to Brandon. It's Jesse.
Hey Jesse, how's your day? My favorite Kentucky guy.
Yeah. All right. I hope you're doing well. Again, sorry to interrupt you again.
well, Jesse, we're just going to, put you in the, the back closet there. So, the thing I was going to bring up, Brandon, was what you kind of went over with me today, is that when you guys are on LinkedIn and you are looking for someone specific, Brandon, take it away. Tell them how to go do it. Unmute yourself,
He's
darling.
muted.
There we go. I had a screenshot and it was still saving and I needed the rest of it. So one thing that I struggled with when I was trying to tag people early on and it just wouldn't do it, or say someone had a common name, I would actually have to go find them first. So John Navajo is what I was telling Rita this morning. If you find that person or you put the state that they're in, Nevada, then you can actually find that person and follow them and send them a LinkedIn connection. So now if you're trying to tag that person or sponsor in a post, LinkedIn knows that you want to be connected. And so then that's actually going to pop up as a search option. So I constantly go to events and I thank the host, I thank the sponsors, and I've struggled finding somebody that has a common name or a sponsor that has a common name. So my cheat sheet first is, before you're going to do that, make your list of the companies and the people, follow them and send them a connection request. That way LinkedIn knows that you are analytically trying to talk to them, and it will be easier when you type at John and then you start Navajo, and then it will actually pop that person up, which will save you a lot of time, effort, and frustration. And Rita was talking about it earlier because her goal was, she was trying to reach out to like someone in procurement at a big company or in purchasing, or if you wanted to tag somebody in an article or a blog post that matches their XPO logistics or matches their company, you could then tag them in it in the comments, and then they would get notified to look at that article, and then they might wonder who you are or why you did it. Or if you put a little description of, hey, I thought this matched your job description, or something actually clever, that this looked like a good read, or something that you guys would come up with and it would benefit.
So yeah, when I'm going out and some of that I was doing, where I would go and look for a company and look at the higher ups in that company that we might want to connect to, that would have an input on licensing. And so I would go and, ask to connect and, give them a little bit about, what we wanted their opinion on. But I wouldn't start following them, and I wouldn't then, look at tagging them in a post. And so that was really good information, Brandon, because, LinkedIn is the one big one that we go to and try to reach out. And it's worked well, but not as well as it works for Brandon.
And some of it's just working at it. Some of it's led me to 5-figure deals, because when I had an article in a magazine, I actually got to find out not only who wrote that, but who was behind the scenes. And I kept emailing and emailing until I finally got to who I needed to, that was going to make the purchasing decision. And we had to go back and forth on pricing and deadlines and everything. But it led me to a big purchase order of 500 of my units. That wouldn't have happened if I would have just let my product be in the magazine and called it a day and celebrated that. I actually found out who was, and in charge isn't the right word, it was who's in charge of purchasing that was going to make this useful.
Yeah. So Sarah,
Sorry,
I
hate to cut you off.
That's
the only
okay.
thing I tell you with that is, because I was connected to the editor, now that I sent that connection request to purchasing, they think I already work with the organization or company. So that's also something you guys can do if you're wanting to work for Purina Cat Chow. If you send it to several people in marketing and sales and procurement, and now the person you actually want to see sees that you're connected with 2 other people in the organization, they're more likely to click on your stuff. They're more likely to accept because they think they are completely blind. They think they already work with you or your company works with them, and it will benefit you and speed you up tremendously.
Right. And because I see where it says, you know, the different connections are there. You know, multiple people in an organization that you might already be connected to. And so it does make a difference. And then when you tag them, never even knew you could do that. So thank you very, very much. And he was very gracious today to give me a private lesson, and I appreciate it. So, all right, Sarah, bring us up to date. Where are you?
I'm getting really close to getting into the stores.
Good for you. All right, so
Yeah.
you've got an order coming.
Well, I have people interested in putting in orders. We did a beta link Instagram thing out and had 13,000 likes in like 2 days on it. And so we pulled it down because the tool's not ready to buy at the moment, and we didn't want anybody to try to make it if so many people wanted it, you know. So but I'm about 3 weeks from having Noah's manufacturer ready version, and so I toured the factory in Vietnam a few months ago. And so and I got now I have 3 different investors. I got a seed round. I got a $50K seed round. And then now I'm already starting. I already got confirmation to work on my big round of funding. And then at the World of Concrete in Vegas, I was chosen in the top 8. They choose 8 of their booths to be featured with a video, and it's the World of Concrete media spends 45 minutes with your booth and interviewing you and stuff. And so I got chosen for that, and then I got chosen for a innovator award at the World of Concrete.
Good for you.
So, yeah, lots really good stuff. I'm working with these quorum groups too with with some of these inventions and stuff that we're working with. I might be able to work with a team of support people with these different groups that I'm working with, depending on what kind of inventions we're working with and stuff. So I might be able to add to the team here. And last thing that I want to mention is Brandon, I love what you said about LinkedIn, and yes, that's amazing. And I pinged you too. We should all add each other and support each other as fellow inventors. There's also a really, really cool resource. It's called I'm going to put mine in the chat in a second when I get done explaining it. But it's basically a really easy way for you to forward your pitch, your 59-second pitch, to other people. It does also have an affiliate program. So it's $10 a month for doing it, but I've never had an easier way to schedule my calendar before. Literally in a week. Today I've already had 6 solid, I'm kicking ass appointments. You know what I mean? Because I'm having other people fill in my calendar for me. I'm not having to go back and forth on making these appointments, you know? And so my calendar is just filling up because people want to meet with me, but I'm having a problem with that part of things. So this pitch 59 is a really great way for us to also refer each other to people, because I'm able to refer you guys and just send your pitch. It gives you a little help on how to do your little 59-second pitch on the app or whatever. So yeah, later on or when we're done after the call or whatever. And then Rita, I'll introduce you to Jeff as well, because I think it might be a good resource for other innovators. And then you can work with Jeff, who's the founder of this Pitch 59. And yeah, so that's about all I got.
That's a lot. You've been busy. No kidding.
Yeah.
So all right, Andrea, bring us up to date, honey. Where are you?
Same place I was last time.
Oh, I just asked this, every time. I was like, give me an update on where you are.
I am, yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now with my stuff. We've had a lot of family stuff going on too. You know about my mom and stuff. So I just haven't really devoted the last month to anything other than family. And every so often I just go online and research groups that might be able, that I look into, that I'm on some of the streams with and whatnot, but nothing substantial yet. I think, again, it takes somebody who's very much out there and knows how to get out there, and I don't. So it's hard for me because it's not that I won't try. It's that if I try and I can't get back out of it, that's a problem. Because if I mess up, I won't know how to fix what I mess up. So, but no, I just do a lot of research right now at this point, hoping to jump back into it a little bit more when my mom is better. So.
Yeah. And, everybody's got family that gets in the way. Everybody's got something, and you've got to take care of life right in front of you. And then you get back on track. And that's one of the things that I've told inventors for decades. It's like, everybody's got life, you do what you got to do, and then you get back on track and, move forward to the next step. And, especially when, I'm going to ask you, what have you done since I saw you last time? And you can say, life gets in. And believe me, I understand. I mean, shoot, it wasn't that long ago that we had a flood and watched houses float down the river. Yeah. So, that's kind of stinky, and but it's life, and that's the way it goes. So
yeah. So
you know what we should have done, Miss Rita, is because half of us have already gone, but maybe real quick, I'll share what my invention is, because I'm curious about what other people's is, and I'm sure people are curious, about what our things are.
I'm glad you said that. Sorry to interrupt you, because I wanted to ask you, Sarah, to give a nutshell of what you're working on.
Absolutely. So I have a utility patent on a mini power trowel for concrete. It finishes concrete. It's a drill bit, and it acts just like the big power trowels. It looks like a propeller or a fan that goes on your drill, and it's the only patented vertically it's got a vertical application. So for shotcrete and that type of thing, it's great. And then it has like an extendable chuck. So, like you could stand up and trowel, and it works brilliantly. So I'm really excited about getting this out to market and helping these contractors do concrete a little bit better. So that's my thing. But thank you, because I was curious about what your guys' is too.
So Jesse, do you want to go next?
I suppose I could, but I'm really in a reset. In that I've been working on prototyping for the last 4 years. I brought the prototype to a very advanced stage. I felt very confident in it. And then I was about to hire Noah McNeely as the engineer, or design engineer, to bring it for production. And during the meantime, somebody I was already familiar with suggested that they could do the same thing, and they were good, and I worked with them, and we came up with a injection molded version of my product. But at the end, and he took a different approach. He took me down a different approach, and I was open to different approaches. And the product, as far as its a behavior, is, I'd give it at the end result was, even though it's not injection molded yet, because you got to make all the molds and thousands of dollars, as you guys probably know. But it's the 3D printed version is, I give it like a B minus to a C plus, whereas my prototypes, which for example, Noah McNeely already has, and I'm sure he would. I don't know if you ever talked to him about the example that I sent him. It works perfectly, but the version I have now, it doesn't behave quite to my satisfaction. So
what is it, Jesse? What is it? The anticipation is killing me.
Yeah,
It's a, well, I can't tell you too much because
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
still in stealth, but I will tell you that it's a grooming product.
Okay.
You know, it's like a sort of a detangling device. So, and it's especially designed for mommies as the primary target audience, getting their daughters between 4 and 11 off to school or off to church or whatever. And that's the main benefit right there. Even though everybody can use this product, it even acts better when you're brushing someone else. And it works.
Well, I got 4 boys, and they had like Mike's little guy there, and I had long curly hair boys too. So that I think that I wouldn't limit your audience to females, even if you don't think guys should have long hair.
That's right.
Because you're just going to cut out that part of the market. Just saying.
Yeah, it could even be used for beards. That's just at the top. That's the primary target. And then there's also, caring for elderly. There's beards. There's everybody else as well. But the primary target is mommies.
There you go.
But anyways,
well, that sounds a little bit creepy, but I'm just letting you know. Mommy, I'm just joking, Jesse. I'm going to keep it real always. That's why Rita wants me around. I think. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jesse. And when you've got one to show us, we expect to see it. But in the meantime, Roy, now that we know that you're so excited, tell everybody exactly what it is. What is the bottle station? Oh, unmute.
The bottle station, thank you. The bottle station is a really simple but very functional invention. I have patent pending on the 2 spring tabs on the inside. Okay, so with the 4 suction cups, okay, the bottle station, here's a simple tile. All I do is press the bottle station down, and look at that. It's already working. You don't have to do anything. Now, because of those patent pending spring tabs, I call this the adopted one, right? The little soft soap, 7.5 ounce. But notice the bottle is full, right? So it's full, okay? I just stick it right inside. Look at that. Now I can reach over and with one hand operate the pumping mechanism. So whether it's a hand sanitizer bottle, right? Or it's a big 12-ounce CeraVe with the rectangle, you just fit it right inside. Okay. And now all you have to do is reach over with one hand. Your bottles will never fall over by the kitchen sink, on your night table. It's the lemonade, right? From my lemons. My hand got cut in assault. And I was very frustrated with all the numerous hand pump bottles on the market, falling over, falling on the floor. So I invented the bottle station, and it's that easy. Just press it down. In black, right? I have the name on the bottom in the mold. It's kind of cool. And so all you do is you press it down, reach over, and you never have to worry about the bottle falling over again. So it's great for people that have a hand mobility issue, Parkinson's, arthritis, right? Stroke victims, but as well as RVs and boats, right? The teacher's desk, you just walk right by. You never touch the bottle again. So that's my invention, thebottlestation.com. And I'm just really, really excited as the simplicity. Again, pick it up, put it in the top rack of your dishwasher, never going to collect bacteria. And see, the bottle fell, right? And the diversity of the bottles. So
Excellent.
kids are now putting little stickers on them. Check that out. So
Good
in the
job.
future, So in the future, I thought of, wouldn't it be fun to make little stick packages of stickers? You know, good morning, have a great day. You know, on the acetates, and you wake up in the morning and you could put those on, you know, for your partner, your mate, your children. Happy birthday, decorate them.
So Brandon, you've got a question.
If you do one for like Riley Cancer Society, you might send that to them and see what happens for some of the like the St. Jude's and Ronald McDonald's and see what happens.
Absolutely, sir. And you're 100% right. And that's exactly why I went out on the limb to join ASI to get that gold seal of approval. So approaching these people, I can now say, I am an official ASI supplier. Here's my number. Rather than just a business person, you know, going to them with a nice item and so forth.
And where your goal is to eventually to license it, the easiest way to get a good offer for licensing is when you've gone out there just like you're doing. It's much more difficult when, you know, I had a gentleman, he says, well, no, I don't have a prototype. All I've got are these renderings. It's like, you cannot license a rendering. And he had filed his own patent. He had 2 strikes against him. So he didn't have a functioning prototype and he'd filed pro se. And it's like, well, this is what I can tell you as far as, you know, options and next steps. But what I can, you know, nobody's going to license it because you filed the patent yourself and all you've got are renderings. So, you know, you've got to be able to get out there and show it. And if you can take orders, you can show demand, then you're even better off. And it's so much easier.
But what's really nice also, Rita, on the business side again, right? So the bottlestation.com is the retail side, right? So I actually created another domain. Listen to this. I created another domain, the Bottle Station B2B.
Okay.
And that business to business, right? The other one, .com, is business to consumer, customer. Right. And so we can now have a whole nother division of the Bottle Station that does nothing but deal with other businesses.
Right.
And we're going to develop the Bottle Station B2B website. So when I make a business contact, they can go to that because they're not going to want their customers to see my retail, right? How to get hold of me. They're going to want to sell my product to other people.
Right.
And they'll be able to take their customer to my website and see all of the different ways it's used without giving away any immediate contact information.
Right. And that's, you know, a lot of times when you put out the website, all right, and they want to then white label it or they want to buy wholesale from you, you can still do it. But, you know, when they go out there, they want to be able to know that they've got wholesale pricing. So, Jeff, tell everybody what you've got.
Yeah, I have 2 products, and one is called Squeegee, and it's a bladed. Started as a snow removal tool, but it's gotten in to be a little bit more than that. You can use it on leaves and trash and sweep your picket bag out. It's got a rubber surface to it, so you don't scratch the surface that you're pushing it on. Yeah, working again with Noah, who some of you know, we put together a pretty interesting way of allowing it to articulate. There's a little latch that allows it to position in 3 different positions, and so you can pull backwards with it, you can push forward with it, you can use it like a broom, and it's really slick. The other one I have is a augmentation to a yard sweeper. If you guys know what yard sweepers are, they're various companies make them: AgriFab, Ohio Steel, John Deere, Cub Cadet. They're basically a brush inside of a shell that you pull around behind a tractor. You can actually some of that have push, but this is typically for the pull behind version. And for yard and tractors, 0-turn tractor or mowers, diesel Kubota tractors, what I use. Basically, you hook it up to that, and And the standard off the shelf mode, you get these big bins. They're huge. They're 26 cubic feet, 25 cubic feet. And what you do is these brushes go through and they pick up leaves and debris out of your yard. In my case, pine needles and pine cones, and they fill them up, and they're huge. They're, you know, at 26 cubic feet of pine needles weighs about 200 pounds. So what they tell you to do is take this rope, you know, and pull them over to dump it. Well, now what you've done is you've gone out and you've picked up all this material, and now you're just going to dump it in a big pile in your yard. Some places that's cool. You can compost. Colorado's too dry to do that. So basically, I set up a mechanism that allows you to bag it directly into trash bags. So you take the standard off the shelf 55-gallon trash bag you buy at Costco, and you can put 1 or 2 of those on the actual sweeper, depending on the width, and it's attached. This attachment works, and it allows you to do it without having that hopper on there. So now you basically run it around and fills the bags up. You just drop them off by the street, and trash guys pick them up, and you don't have to go through taking all that material, dumping it out on the ground, and then trying to hold the bag and pitchfork or rake or whatever it is and try to put it in there. So that's how it works.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Andrea,
Have you worked at the idea of making that into biochar?
Into what?
Biochar.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
You know what? I've got an appointment with the biochar guy tomorrow, and I actually just found you on LinkedIn, so I'll connect. Biochar might be a way to turn around that material. It's funny because one of my kids is like, I'm having Best Buy fix his computer, and they keep calling me. So if I have to quit this call, it's just because Best Buy is like trying to. But yeah, biochar might be interesting because it's a way to recycle this organic material into ag use.
That's really good, because around here, trash companies are beginning to reject a lot of this pine needle material and pine cones. And
there's a gentleman, you know him, Derry. You met Derry last year at the ASD. And he had a way of packaging pine needles.
Oh yeah. He was using them as fire starters, and yeah, they use them for smoking beehives and all kinds of things, but not at the volume that I pick up. I mean,
Yeah.
my 2.5 acres alone, I'll pick up a 22 cubic yard roll off in one season. You know, I mean, it's huge.
Did you ever meet? Oh, I'm gonna have to think about his name. I'll come up with it about 2:30 in the morning. I'll give you a call. He's
Okay.
out in Colorado. He did the Pine soap.
And
And he takes all of that pine debris and recycles it into soap. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he came up with that. His patent is not on the product, it's on the machine that makes it. And he sells it by the container full to China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A little, we buy the bottles, and we have for years. I use the bottles. You can get them $10 on Amazon. He sells them to China, and they sell these little makeup things, $150 as a beauty aid.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that
So
and the biochar thing might be a really good angle.
I will shoot me an email and remind you. I will send you his Andre Pinewright. I've got his email and phone number. I'll send it to you.
Okay, great. Awesome.
All right. Because if you can recycle it, that'd be terrific.
Yeah, that'd be really good, because, you know, right now it just goes to the street. And,
Yeah, he's in Fort Collins, so it's not that far away.
Oh, yeah. My youngest daughter's up there.
Yeah. Easy stuff. So, Andrea.
Yes. Oh, where am I? Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I already went. Did you want me to go and just show my product?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Tell everybody what you've invented.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if you can see it or not. Where am I here?
No.
No, you can't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a website. It's called pettravelfeeder.com. And it is organizing your pet food and luggage for travel or stay-at-home feedings with people coming in. So it kind of does a lot of different things. We drop our dog at a kennel, and they've had us take all their dog food and package it in little baggies. And I said, no, we need to design something, because that's wasteful on all the baggies and polluting and stuff. So I designed people call it a piece of luggage. It was actually made out of I made my own prototype. And so it is a piece of luggage that we broke into sections and has airtight plastic containers to keep the kibble, or we can just take a small can and put it in the plastic. It doesn't have to be open food. And it's organized for feedings 2 times a day for 2 weeks. So it can be 1 dog for 2 weeks or 2 dogs for 1 week. And it comes with a water bottle holder, little clips to clip on the kennel cages. It's got the pull handle for like regular luggage to take it with you wherever you go with your pet, and it can be a backpack. So it kind of does a lot of different things. Yeah.
Okay, great. Mike.
I love that idea. If it's okay that I just share, Andrea, and I tried to find you on LinkedIn, so I didn't know which one was yours. So you can find me if you want. Thank you, Jeff. Sure. I have an appointment with Petco coming up because I have a cat litter that's a really organic cat litter, and I work with this other gal, Alex Frazier, who's the CEO of this really, really neat nonprofit called Pause with Cause, where they work art into adopting, and so we're trying to help people adopt animals to, anyways.
Nice.
So yeah, let's link up, because I can connect you to a couple of these people, and then maybe I'm going to Petco, and then I've got Trailer Sense. We just got our cat litter into Walmart.
Good.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really
so I've been able to, it's another contract that I do business development for,
nice.
Zeolite Composites, but yeah, like I love that idea. And then Rover was my other idea. Do you know what Rover is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be brilliant to loop in with the Rover app.
Well, yeah, and I'm just at a point where I don't have product to sell. I'm kind of looking for that licensing agreement. So, all these little places that I can go and take it, and people are always looking at it. They all want to buy it, and they all want to sell it in their retail stores, but I don't have it yet. So I like that everybody likes it, but yeah, I need to really find people who want to invest in something like that and run with it in the whole pet travel industry, I think.
Yeah, one of my advisors has invented a dog thing. I mean, I don't mean to like discount saying dog thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a cool dog thing. But yeah. So the groups that I'm working with, you guys, they're the kind of groups that can put some energy and even funding behind good inventions and stuff like that. So what they had me do, there's this chat engine called Mean VC or something. I'll stick that in the chat too. And they have you run the pitch through this Mean VC. And depending on how this Mean VC, AI engine like comes back with it, some of them care, some of them don't. But that actually really helped me to sharpen up my my confidence on what I was working on and where I was at on it. But yeah.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah. Oh, that's
I'll
great.
send that to you guys.
All right, Mike,
Thanks.
your turn. Tell everybody what you've got.
Hello, everyone. I'm multitasking.
Your hands full.
It's a real life over here. So some enhancements. It's actually a Italian Christmas kind of pixel light system. And what I do is I take songs in any language, and I have a way to encode them as purely like color and shape. So this is alternating. It's the Eye of the Tiger and a famous Russian song, for example. And actually my son, I do have 4 kids and a lot going on, but this is my son who's 7 years old. He actually tests he's been testing this. We play with this every day after school, in that we pick a song that he likes, and then we turn it into a Lego-like pattern. So you got some, I guess you call it a musical blocks is the sort of the going thing. But it's really fun because I come from a, I guess you could say I've worked like in computer science and teaching coding to kids, sort of a specialty, definitely. And, yeah, so you imagine you take any song in any language, all those popular Beatles songs. And then, yeah, I run a computer process and then it turns it into a code. And then, yeah, and you can build it, you can put it on a light, you can, yeah, and then you have sort of a grid. Yeah, so I've been experimenting with off-the-shelf blocks, Lego, a pixel thing, electric light thing, and then but the ultimate. Long story short, the ultimate test is when you put something in front of a kid, and the kid says, "I hate this," like spitting out broccoli or something. So I have a few guinea pigs from at home here, and actually my whole basement is filled to the brim with. My entire basement has like 6 computers, smart TVs, whatever, plus electronic lights, plus every such toy experimenting with. And yeah, and actually tomorrow night there's another local, I'm in Canada, so there's another local event where I'm doing a demo at like a mini trade show. And yeah, and YouTube in the last couple of months, I have added almost 1,000 come say hi. I've added almost 1,000 YouTube videos where I make
Good for you.
yeah, I make like a karaoke. I take popular songs and I turn them into like a karaoke thing. So yeah. So then I add the video, and then yeah, we're at about I just got 100 subscribers now. And, yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Roy, you got a
I was
question?
wondering, that is so cool, dude. But let me ask you a question. So when you program the songs into, your musical blocks, right? Is somebody able to modify it, or once you program it, they listen and follow your scheme, your coding?
That's a great question. So there is a system, kind of like a scoring system, where it's like, hey, here's the song lyrics, and then what I do is I find the coolest pattern. So for example, there are different possible combinations, and then there's like a ranking system to get like the most memorable, coolest pattern. So there's many variations, but my son, we sort of figured out like this is the best pattern for this French song or this Hebrew song. Yeah. Pardon the real life over here, everyone. My wife's actually upstairs calling me also, so I'm gonna mute myself. But, real life, everyone. I know everyone's a little bit older, wiser here. I'm
thank you.
First time on the inventor circuit this last couple years. So
Yeah,
thank you for having the younger.
You're doing great. You're doing great, Mike. We enjoy having you join us. You make us international. Right there. So, Brandon, you're the only one who hasn't told everyone what you are inventing.
Everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
I'll do a quick screen share if that's okay.
Okay.
Let me know when it's working.
It's working.
Okay, so this is my product. It's called the AR Builder Board. I invented it during the shutdown to help people build AR pistol rifles, and because you couldn't actually buy one on the store shelves, you had to make it. And so I started with a rough prototype and kept making it better and better until it had multiple versions. And then I got it into store shelves. And then I continued to file patents, got it on the radio, magazines, and then I've been doing that the last couple of years with having full-time day jobs, of course, also, but doing trade shows and gun shows on the weekends. And then I'm working on a LinkedIn book right now because I've spent a lot of time on studying LinkedIn, and now I'm releasing that in August. And that is my current status or what I'm working on.
Well, excellent. So listen, guys, we've got in the next couple of months, I try to only have a guest speaker at one of the meetings. So the other meeting, we can do this and talk about where we are and what the questions are. But we will have upcoming in the next few months, we're going to have Malcolm Pipes, a registered patent attorney, talk about, he used to be an examiner. So what are the funky things that happened that none of us see? You know, what's going on back there in the office that none of us see? He's got some really good insight so that you understand better the steps and what to expect. So anybody out there that's got somebody's patent pending, they've got questions, you know, let them come in and be able to ask him questions, because he's not going to send an invoice when he's the speaker. And then we'll get Paco Manufacturing on again, so that, you know, if you guys have got any questions, we'll try to see if Robin can join us at the August or at the July meeting. And then we'll save Malcolm for the August meeting. But we'll try to start posting out more of the meetings a little bit further in advance when we've got a guest speaker. So those of you, you know, that want to make sure you can come, and we do record these. So if you miss it, you know, it's like you can go on and get Brandon's recording now that he did at our last meeting as of today. So Brandon, you asked me to tell you when it was up. It is up. I will send you the link, my dear.
Please do. Okay.
And that way, then you guys, if you missed it, you can actually go in and see his presentation. We're putting together, you know, other plans as far as now that we've got our own YouTube TV station, how we can help run like your little commercials for your products and start getting them out there more. But that's kind of what's going on. So everybody,
can we take a selfie of our screen? Because is it okay if I do a print screen?
That's fine. And if you want contacts of anybody, you know, let me know. I will share them with you. And you know, we post a lot of these special people on our website and stuff. So happy.
All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, I got it. Now I'm gonna put it in the chat here for you guys.
Anyway, several of you, I will be giving you a call in the next few days, and tomorrow I am driving all day long to get my grandsons back to the Charlotte airport. They are flying home to Utah.
You failed last time?
Oh, I failed last time because there was so many people out there going, and we missed the flight Sunday. So we're going to try again tomorrow. Anyway, good night, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions, any issues, or you're ready to be on the radio, Roy, you might want to be on the radio before you go to ASI. Sarah, the next time you're ready, let me know. And anytime you're ready to be on the radio, let me know, because I can pick the topic and I get to pick the inventors. Today we did spouses. And when did you need couples therapy? So it was a ton of fun. And one of our inventors was a licensed psychologist, and he was our industry expert and told everybody how to communicate when there's a problem. So it was good. Good night, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend.
See you.
Yeah.
I'm sending you the picture, Rita.
Yeah, this has been a fun and great
I'm sending you the email now.
Excellent. Excellent. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, good evening to everybody. Yes.